Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a kind of like a recent book review of a couple books that I've read. And so there's three books, and it's probably going to be like my April book review, just because I like the next book that I'm reading. I definitely don't think I'll finish in April just because it's really large, and I'll do another video on that. My next video will probably be that. So let's just get started. So the first one that I have is the Twilight parody, and it's called Nightlight. And I got this from a friend for my birthday because I absolutely hate Twilight. I never read the books; it just seems ridiculous. Just sounds ridiculous. I don't necessarily like the whole. I don't know, it just seems really ridiculous. And I read a couple pages of it, and I was like, "What? No." Um, so yeah, so it's pretty much just like a parody making fun of it and how like the girl's name Belle and how she thinks everyone's in love with her, and like the guy's name is like Edward and she thinks he's a vampire and all that stuff. Overall, it's funny because it makes fun of Twilight, but it's like kind of pokes fun at the same thing, and like I know it's supposed to be all about Belle and how she's so like self-absorbed, but I really hated the character in this book, like Belle. She was like too self-absorbed, and I know it's supposed to be a parody, it's supposed to be funny, and there was some parts that were funny, but like it was good for a parody book, but it was just like a parody of a book that I've never read and a book that I just don't like. So it was all right in my opinion. Wasn't the best thing I ever read, but it was still pretty funny. So I think I gave it like 2 stars on Goodreads. So the next book that I read recently is called Deadly Little Games, and apparently I got it for like 50 cents. It says $5 here, but I got it for like 50 cents because the world's biggest bookstore in Toronto was having a big like end of sale because it's closing down to be managed restaurants, which I find is absolutely ridiculous. But it was on sale, so yeah. So yeah, it was like 50 cents, and apparently it's actually a series of novels. I did not know this. But I figured I would read it anyways, and you honestly don't really need to read the other books. But this is kind of shitty. It was kind of a shitty book, because I think I gave it like 2 stars again on Goodreads. Like I might read the other books because they kind of sound interesting, but I don't want to read them because I don't like the two main characters. So it's really tough to decide. So it has a pretty good, like, promising thing. So Camilla and Ben both possess the power of psychometry. Psychochemistry. Can't even read it. The ability to see the future through touch. So Ben can like touch someone, he can see the future or see what they sense and stuff, and Camilla can like map out kind of like flashes of the future through her art. So she sculpts and she paints and stuff, and it'll focus on like a single event kind of type of thing. So so this book starts out with someone wanting to kill this guy Adam, who was like Ben's old friend, who like kind of maybe was like trying to take Camilla away from Ben in the previous novel. And then Camilla decides if she wants to save him or not because she sees like glimpses of him trying to die or whatever. So it's pretty cool premises, the ability to see something through touch through the future, but half the novel is ridiculous. Like Camilla is worried about Adam, and she has this attraction to Adam, and she's with Ben, and Ben is like, no, you can't go back to him because in the previous novel he like Ben's older girlfriend died. Like you already knew this when he came to the school, and like Adam tried to take her away from him or something, and so he doesn't trust Adam for obvious reasons, you know. Okay, but he's like really possessive and almost like scared, and understandable too, I guess. I had other books, so I wouldn't know. But like half the book focuses on like Ben being like, I don't trust you, I trust you, I don't trust you, I trust you, and it's like either trust her or don't trust her, break up with her or don't break up with her. It was really ridiculous, and I just wanted to be like, what are you doing? So it was a good book because you didn't know who was like Adam gets all these like weird messages and weird like cryptic like I'm gonna kill you messages pretty much. And it's kind of cool that way because you don't know, there's so many people in Adam's life that you don't know who is trying to kill him. And like I kind of figured out who it was around the half of the book or the last like quarter of it before like you actually found out who it was. But it was like I don't like Ben and Camilla, and like I kind of want to read other books, but only if they're on sale, because otherwise I don't want to buy them, or maybe I'll just rent them from the library because I really don't like them. So yeah, it's probably like a 2 to 5 because good promising like plot, but kind of poopy characters. So, and the next one is called The Sixes by Kate White. So this was again like, it was, I would feel like $5 or $4 actually from the world's biggest bookstore again in Toronto, because it got on sale. And it actually was on my Goodreads list before I went into the bookstore. And so it's with this woman, Kate, who is like, her long-term boyfriend breaks off the relationship with her because he's like, doesn't want to be with her. And she's like a 40-year-old woman, which I didn't actually know until I was starting to read the book, which is okay. And then apparently she's accused of plagiarizing her like celebrity biography that she wrote. So she decides to move to a Pennsylvania small town at a private school, private college run by her former roommate and close friend, Glenda. And the main girl's name is Phoebe. But a female student body is found in a lake. And so there's apparently like a secret society called the Sixes. There also might be like a serial killer on the loose because like another body was found and stuff. So it's all like kind of cryptic and cool. And yeah, overall, I really liked the book. It was really interesting because you found out like, there was like 2 different mysteries, the Sixes, and then like the death of like 2 or 3 students in the river, and he thought that they were connected and then maybe they weren't and stuff like that. So it was like, were they together mystery or were they 2 separate mysteries? Phoebe, for the most part, she was a good character, but she definitely had her flaws. I didn't really care about her romantic relationship with another character called Duncan. I was like, I don't care about this like sex scene in it. Like, I don't want to read that. Like, I just would skip through it because it really didn't add anything to the plot. And he didn't really add anything to the plot either. And then she's kind of like, she get into all these like dangerous situations and people are like, just tell the police, you know, call this person. And she's like, no, it's fine. I totally want to research this. And I'm like, you literally could die. I would not do this. But I guess it's because it's a book, so that's okay. But yeah, it was a really good mystery. I really like the idea of like secret societies and like reading about sororities and fraternities and watching that in TV shows and stuff, because I think it's really cool because Canada doesn't really have a lot of that. And does Canada have like that? It's not necessarily as widely known about the sororities and frats. Canadian colleges and universities versus like how big and popular they are in American universities and stuff. So it was cool to read about that. And then just like the cryptic messages of it, because like the Sixes had like, I don't know, it's just like a really cool secret society. Well, it's not really cool because it's like creepy cool, but it was like a cool mystery surrounding like what the Sixes had to do to advance like the next level of like 6 levels, and it was really weird. But like there was one character in it that was like kind of Glenda's husband is kind of creepy and angry a lot, and you knew he was involved somehow, and so when they revealed what he was involved in, you weren't that surprised because he was angry and creepy the whole time. So yeah, but overall I didn't actually suspect who was actually killing people, so that was really cool to find that out. Like, I didn't realize it until Phoebe realized it, so I like that part. So I gave the novel a 4 to 5 on Goodreads because overall the book was a great book, but I just didn't like Phoebe's relationship with Duncan, and also I didn't really like how oblivious she was to how like the dangerous situation she was in. But overall, I thought it was really good, and yeah, I gave the book 4 to 5, like I said. So this is the better book of my 3 books that I've read. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.